The Google search trend for help with mortgage just hit its highest level in 16 years. The last time it was this elevated was March of 2009, in the middle of the great financial crisis. That should be a signpost for anyone paying attention. Let's walk through exactly why this is happening. So first, affordability is worse than it looks on the surface. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage sits around 6.3% this week, according to Freddie Mac. That's lower than the 8% peaks of 2023, but it's still double the sub 3% rates that most Americans locked in during 2020 and 2021. In fact, 81% of all outstanding mortgages are at 6% or lower, which means that most homeowners are sitting tight. They won't sell and reset to today's rates, so inventory stays frozen. Meanwhile, affordability is near record lows. ICE's September Mortgage Monitor shows the national payment-to-income ratio is 31.1%. That's the share of a median household's income needed to cover principal and interest on a median-priced home, with 20% down. Layer inflation on top of this. Since early 2021, consumer prices have run hotter than 2.5% practically every single month. Compounded over 4 years, that means the price level is 10 to 15% higher than it was before the pandemic. Of course, these are the official numbers. The real numbers are likely much higher. Groceries, gas, utilities, insurance, all permanently more expensive, even if headline inflation cools. The baseline cost of living continues ratcheting higher. Real wages just cannot keep up, which leaves homeowners stretched. They may not want to sell their homes, but at some point, they will need to. And that strain shows up in equity behavior. Total household debt just hit $18.39 trillion, with mortgage balances at $12.94 trillion, both record highs. HELOC balances, home equity lines of credit, have now risen 13 straight quarters as homeowners tap into housing wealth to bridge the gap. In Q2 alone, $52 billion was pulled out of homes through cash outs and second lien loans, which is the largest quarterly extraction in 3 years. That cushions monthly budgets for now, but it erodes the safety net for later. And stress is also creeping into the delinquency data. The Mortgage Bankers Association shows total delinquencies at 3.93%. Still historically low, but foreclosure filings are up 6% from last year, and foreclosure starts are up 7%. If you extrapolate out the number, you're looking at nearly 380,000 filings for foreclosure by year end. That's nowhere near the 2.9 million we saw in 2009, but the direction is undeniable. Stress is climbing. So the housing market isn't imploding, but households are showing cracks. When people are looking up help with mortgage at 2009 levels, it's a clear sign that the strain is real. And here's the real kicker. For affordability to truly reset, one of these three things must happen. Home prices need to fall dramatically, mortgage rates need to collapse, or incomes need to surge. Fannie Mae crunched the numbers. I've made a video about this before. To restore 2019 level affordability, we would need a 38% decline in prices, or a 68% jump in incomes, or mortgage rates would need to come down more than 400 basis points. None of those come easily, and none of those come without a crisis. That's why this trend matters. The stress is growing under the surface. It's not catastrophic yet. It's brewing. Just like 2009, the search data is flashing warning lights long before the headlines do. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and, of course, follow for more and reshare so more people can see this. And check out Horizon. If you're sitting on a lot of equity, Horizon may be for you. Horizon lets you buy Bitcoin using your home equity without new debt, monthly payments, interest charges, or term limits. You can check that out at joinhorizon.com or by scanning the QR code right there to get a one-on-one consultation with one of our experts. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.